Going straight into this video, these are the measurements that you're going to need for your 3 tiers. I'm gonna start with the first tier of the skirt because it has pockets. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure out the width of my elastic, and mine is 1.5 inch. Mine is 1.5 inches, and then I'm gonna take that 1.5 multiplied by 2, which is 3 plus half an inch, so that I can be able to fold over and stitch the elastic casing. Maybe 1.5. Yeah. Do the same on the other side. So for the pockets, I usually place my hand like this, and then I would go in like so, maybe 2 inches straight, and then overlock your pockets like this. See, overlock your pockets like that, and then what you're gonna do, this is the wrong side of the fabric. Okay, see, for if your fabric is difficult to make out if this is the right side or the wrong side, make sure that you mark when you cut. So we are just going to turn this to the right side. So this is the right side of the fabric, and this is the wrong side, this is the right side. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to put right sides together like so. So this is my 3.5, my pocket. My 3.5 inches gets here, and then just an inch down, so that your pockets do not start exactly at your waistline. We are gonna go just an inch down. Okay, so for that, go ahead and pin your pocket down. Oops. Put the right sides together. Now you are going to go ahead and stitch your pockets down. So do the same thing to your other piece. So after you have stitched down your pocket, and remember guys, please leave some a space for seam allowance, because you're gonna have to put together your tiers. So after you have stitched your pocket like so, please turn it this way, okay, and stitch 0.5 centimeters down, so it should look like this. See, so you are going to take your second tier of your skirt and stitch like 1 centimeter and 2 centimeters. This is going to help you to be able to gather much more easier. Okay, so your stitches will not break if you do two instead of just one. So you're going to start to gather your fabric. See how beautiful that is. So simple. So gather until it is equal to the other tiers. So once you have gathered your second tier, you are going to take your first tier, right side facing up, and this is the wrong side of my tier, so I'm gonna match it up just to see if the gathers are enough for the fabric to be equal to this one. And if I'm happy with the results, I'm gonna pin all the way to the end. But let me do this first. This is how your sketch should look like so far after attaching the second tier to the first one. It's starting to take shape. Unpick your the stitching. So here I'm just showing you both the back and the front. So now go ahead and stitch your two gathering stitches on your third tier. So after pinning my third tier, I'm gonna go ahead and take this to the sewing machine. So this is how your skirt should be looking like after attaching the third tier of your skirt. Take your other piece, match up both these pieces, and don't forget to overlock where you have measured your tiers. So just gonna make sure that everything matches up. Perfect. So after pinning, I'm gonna stitch the skirt up all the way down on both sides. Stitch all the way down. Now I am going to hem my skirt before I finish off the waist. So far, this is what the skirt looks like. It's beautiful, I love it. So you can't even tell that there's a pocket here, but there is. And my elastic is 1.5 inches wide. Okay, you are going to iron 2 inches. So after ironing down your 2 inches, go ahead and iron once again 1/2 inch, but just leave enough so that you can easily insert your elastic after sewing. So you're going to iron just a little bit. After, it should look like this, and on the inside it should look like this. So make sure that you leave an opening so that you can insert, so that you can, insert your elastic all the way through. I went ahead and measured my waist. My waist is 26. Take a safety pin and just insert it like so. And start casing through. While I'm still casing through, I'm going to take the end of my elastic and take a pin and pin it so that you don't pull it through. So I'm just gonna pin that down like so, and then continue casing. So I did the zigzag. Now you can start to do this and just equally cover your waistband. See how that turned out. And so now you are going to stretch. This is the opening, right? Stretch and stitch. So this is what it looks like. Look at this here. So since we don't want the elastic to roll over, you can do 2 more stitches by, and when you do that, stretch your waist like this and then stitch. Use a straight stitch to stitch all around. So that this is how the waist looks like. See, you just stretch and stitch and it will bounce back into place.